Welcome to the Homebuyer's Playbook. So, you're dreaming of owning your own home? Amazing. We're going to break down what feels like a huge financial decision and hopefully turn all that confusion into real confidence. Let's jump right in.
It's the big dream for so many of us, right? You can already picture it, the front door, where you'll put the couch, all of it. But then reality hits, and the whole process can just feel so overwhelming. Well, that's what we're here for, to give you a clear, simple guide through that maze.
So, where does this whole journey really begin? Well, it often starts with this number right here, 5 to 20%. That's the typical range you're going to need for a down payment. And while, you can often get a loan with as little as 5% down, aiming for that 20% mark is the magic number to help you avoid extra insurance costs. This is kind of the first big hurdle that makes the whole dream start to feel really real.
Okay, before you even think about scrolling through home listings online, we've got to talk about the first stage of this quest. It's all about preparation. We're talking about building a rock-solid financial foundation that's going to support this entire home buying journey.
So what is the absolute first move you should make? Check your credit score. Seriously, this little 3-digit number is incredibly powerful. It directly impacts whether you can get a loan and, maybe more importantly, how much that loan is going to cost you in interest. Think of a good score as the key that unlocks much better mortgage terms.
Now, let's learn a crucial bit of lingo, PITI. It might sound kind of funny, but trust me, understanding it is so important. PITI stands for principal, interest, taxes, and insurance. These are the 4 pieces that make up your monthly mortgage payment. Knowing your PITI is the secret to figuring out how much house you can actually afford, way beyond just the listing price. Okay, back to that down payment. How do you actually get there? Well, the American Bankers Association has this fantastic 6-step roadmap. You start by making a budget and a timeline. Then you set up a totally separate savings account just for this. You shop around to cut your big monthly bills. Then you keep an eye on your spending, look into local home buying programs, and, I love this one, you celebrate your savings milestones along the way to keep yourself motivated.
All right, your financial foundation is looking good. Now, let's get into the next critical phase, mastering the mortgage. This is the step that really proves to sellers that you're not just browsing, you are ready to buy.
Okay, this is so important to understand. Pre-qualification and pre-approval, they are not the same thing. A pre-qualification is basically a quick, informal guess of what you might be able to borrow. But a pre-approval, that's the real deal. It's a formal, deep dive into your finances by a lender that results in a conditional promise for a specific loan amount.
So to get that pre-approval, the lender's going to need to see some paperwork. It's all the standard stuff to prove you're financially healthy. Things like pay stubs and W-2s for proof of income, bank statements to show your assets, and of course your ID. Just having all this ready to go will make the whole process so much smoother.
And this quote just nails why all that paperwork is totally worth it. A pre-approval letter is like your superpower in a competitive market. It shouts to sellers, hey, I'm not just a looky-loo, I'm a credible buyer, and I've already done the financial heavy lifting. It can seriously make your offer shoot to the top of the pile.
With that pre-approval letter in your hand, the most exciting part of the journey can finally begin. This is where you get active. You start finding the right house and navigating that final path to closing day.
The road from getting your offer accepted to actually closing is a whirlwind. As you can see here, you'll be working with your agent to get a home inspection and appraisal. You'll submit your final loan documents. It's a flurry of activity. This is really the final stretch before you get those keys in your hand.
As you get near the end, you're going to hear a few key terms over and over. Closing costs are just the fees for all the services that make the sale happen. Escrow is like a neutral, safe deposit box where your money is held until the deal is officially done. And title insurance? That's your protection, making sure no one else can come along later and try to claim your new property. Understanding these will make that final stack of papers way less intimidating.
And all of that work, the saving, the paperwork, the searching, it all leads to this very moment. The final achievement, the successful end of your journey, where you finally get the keys to your kingdom.
So this is the crucial point, the closing. It's the climax of the whole story. It's that formal meeting where you sign the last of the documents, the money gets transferred, and the title of the home officially and legally becomes yours. You walk out of that meeting a homeowner. What a feeling!
So we've laid out the entire map for you, from that very first financial checkup to the final handshake at the closing table. The playbook is officially in your hands. So really, the only question left is, are you ready to take that first step and start your journey?